This is such a haphazard way I've started this vlog. So today's vlog is
suddenly the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby.
Good morning guys. Today is the 7th of February and today is the day when hire trainees rotate and new hire trainees join. I cannot believe I am going to be called a registrar. This is, yeah, it feels a bit overwhelming and makes me a bit anxious, but at the same time I'm super excited because it's in the specialty I love. I am going to be an old age psychiatry registrar, hopefully going to be a consultant in the next 3 years. Not just hire trainees but also core trainees in the UK rotate in February and in August. So you have 2 times in a year when there are going to be trainee intakes. That applies for high training and core training, but for foundation training specifically, who are newly appointed junior doctors or newly graduated junior doctors, that will be in August. So today I am going to be joining a new trust. I think I'm more so nervous about that bit more than the step up in responsibilities as a registrar. I think the fact that it's a new trust, I've kind of been settled in my old trust for over 4 years now. I think that part is making me more nervous because I obviously do not know the system properly of the new trust. I do not know people there. I do not know consultants over there. I don't know ins and outs are of the trust. I do not know what the positives and the negatives are of a trust, which every NHS trust has in the UK. So yeah, I kind of have been comfortable for 4 years in a trust. Obviously, I started feeling a similar way 4 years back when I started in my previous trust, but I feel like it's been so far back in time that I can't really recall how I felt in Feb 2020. I think I was most excited of moving into London. The whole nervousness of starting core training really did not come to me. But now that I've been in London, I kind of know what life feels like here. I think the nervousness of being a registrar in a new trust is getting to me. But I'm going to try and not think very much about it. So we shall see how that goes. Enough of me yapping. I have come back from India 3 days back and I have superbly fixed my body clock. I go to sleep by 9 p.m. and I wake up at 5 a.m. Today I woke up at 6 a.m. just because, yeah, I got a bit of a patchy sleep because I was overthinking a lot about today. Actually, I don't need to because first few days are induction days, so I'm not really going to be at my placement. But still, you know, it's just the fear of the unknown. So I thought, you know what, let me push myself to sleep a bit more till 6 a.m. and I've woken up. Now I'm going to make myself some tea, sit down to journal, gather my thoughts, and then I'm going to take you along with me for the next few days. This is such a haphazard way I've started this vlog. So today's vlog is the first few days in my life as a new doctor registrar edition. So we shall see how the next few days go. I'm going to take you along with me every step of the way, show you what it actually is like when you newly join a trust. Send good energy, send good vibes. I've literally kicked the dustbin below. Yeah, I'm going to take you guys along with me. I've said that 10 times. Let's go. Let's make some breakfast, make some tea, and let's get cracking. I have tanned so much from my India trip, which I am freaking loving. Most of you do not know this, and you guys ask me quite often, is that how do I manage to edit my videos? That's because I wake up at 5 a.m. and I get at least an hour and a half of editing done before I head into work. Or else if I have off days, that's when I do editing, or on the weekends. And mostly it's because I wake up earlier than I'm supposed to and get a whole batch of editing done. So I'm going to sit and sip my hot tea, do a bit of journaling and get a bit of editing out of the way. Although I woke up at 6 a.m. so I can maximum do half an hour of editing today, which is not ideal, but I'll take what I get. Absolutely gloomy day to be heading out into your first day at work. Okay, so I am fully ready. Please ignore all the big clothes. I'm wearing a loose jumper, with some loose trousers, and I'm gonna wear my sneakers, put on my coat, and I am good to go for my day 1 of induction. My battery ran out of this camera, so while I was getting ready I put it on charge, so I couldn't show you what basic. Literally I just put makeup to look a bit put together, or else I look like I've just woken up from sleep. So yeah, it's induction days, want to look a bit presentable. Once my placement starts, I don't think I'll have time for any kind of makeup, but I'm good to go, and off we go for day 1 of induction. Woohoo! Day 1 of induction is done. It's a half day actually, it's 12:30 p.m. Grabbed myself some chai latte on my way home, and then I've got online training to do. They've sent the links and everything. I still don't have access to my work email address or my work laptop, but that's fine. They said that you can remotely do it from any personal laptop, so I'm gonna go back home and get that out of the way, and then yeah, rest of the day is pretty chill and free. This one. I think, yeah. No, this one. I might just go for. Okay, so I've decided to pick a bunch of flowers for Dean, as I just realized, thanks to Instagram, that it is Valentine's week or whatever, it's Rose Day. He's feeling a bit low, so hopefully this will cheer him up. Hi guys, I'm back home. This is past 3 p.m. I am quickly making some lunch. I don't know what the heck I'm making. I'm just going to wing it along the way. Got some Scottish hot smoked honey roast salmon flakes. I'm just going to use that. I've made a paste with tomatoes, garlic, onion, literally whatever was there in the house. And I've put some roasted cumin powder, which mom made and sent with me. So I'm just going to do whatever I can. Got some fresh white rice made. They were actually going to serve us pizza at the induction, but I honestly did not have the patience, because we finished our induction technically at 12:30 p.m. and I was sat there till 1 p.m. because everybody else was sat as well. And then I said, do I really need to wait for this pizza, which seems to be taking forever? I might as well go home. So I just left. So I don't know how long it took for the pizza to finally arrive, but yeah, I'm here. I'm making my healthy late lunch. Let's get chop because I'm freaking hungry. Happy Rose Day, babe. Cheers. Hey guys, morning. Today is day 2 of induction. I woke up at 5 a.m. I've been absolutely loving my body clock right now. I go to bed by 9 and I'm off to sleep by 9:30 and then wake up around 5ish. It's actually really dark outside. Also, the reason I'm getting ready today a bit early is because the hospital site where we have day 2 of induction, where we have breakaway training, is literally an hour and a half from where I live, and they've asked us to report at 8:45 in the morning. It's going to be a full day of induction. I will obviously kind of debrief after the induction what happens at the end of the day. About yesterday, I know I said that, oh, I'm going to go back, kind of give you an update what happened on day 1, which I really did not do. So I thought while I get ready this morning, I might give you guys a quick update. So in terms of day 1 induction, it was basically the site where the induction was is where I will be based and will be working for the next 6 months. That's my first rotation. There are obviously obviously different other teams as well within that site. They have wards as well. There's section 136 suite, there's A&E. I'll obviously be covering as a registrar all of this during my on-calls. There are other community-based teams as well. There's crisis hubs and everything. So all the consultants from all of these teams, including inpatient and everything, they came in yesterday, including the college tutor, the clinical lead, and everyone to welcome us to the trust and also talk a bit about what their teams are, whereabout they are placed within the mental health pathway in this trust, who all form a part of that team, and what is it exactly that they do. So it was quite nice to kind of get an idea, but obviously I'm not going to remember all of these people. So I think I'll have to kind of figure my way around things as and when my on-calls arrive. My consultant is currently on annual leave, and I mean that really doesn't matter because I am also in induction. By the time I finish my induction, which is next week, early next week, my consultant will be back. So that's absolutely perfect timing. After that, we had a bit of a break, and then we went for a tour of the site. So we went to see where all the inpatient wards are, where all the outpatient departments are located, and also a quick trip of A&E, given the registrar covers the A&E during on-calls. I need to get used to calling myself a registrar. It's so freaking weird. So they were like, and this is the junior doctor's room for co-trainees, la la la. And they were like, oh, we don't really need to see A&E, do we? Because we don't cover that. And then I'm like, yeah. And then I realized I'm the ST in that group of touring the site. We were split into two groups, and I'm like, oh, actually, hang on a second. Maybe we do need to see the A&E because I'm a registrar. And they were like, oh yeah, you definitely need to see. So then they took me to A&E to show me where A&E is and what 2 suites are kind of allocated for mental health patients during out of hours. After that, we came back again to where the seminar room was. We met with the clinical lead again. He said something really interesting that stuck with me during the induction. He said something along the lines of, you know, basically obviously have fun. Psychiatry is probably the only specialty where you are given that privilege to ask the questions you wouldn't ask in any other specialty. You're given that key to someone's personal space, and he said there's no right way of asking these questions. Just because a certain clinician asks a question a certain way doesn't mean that's set in stone and that's the only way you should be asking a question. The most special thing with psychiatry is that he kind of pointed at everybody who was sat there as a trainee. You are special in your own way. So just because you see a clinician asking something or conducting an interview a certain way, don't think that that is the only way to do it. It's not set in any textbook or any guideline that this is the way to ask a question. The more empathetic and the more real and the more you are, the more easier it will get, and the patient will also find it easier to trust you in this process. So that was an amazing tip that he gave. And you know, sometimes as an international medical graduate, you look at your British counterparts and you see them asking questions a certain way or approaching a situation a certain way, and you think that's the only way to do it. And he broke down that mindset that we have, saying that there is no one way to do it. So that was really nice. I think I might just put that in a reel because I want to remember this advice. After that, basically we were sat there for easy half an hour waiting for pizzas to arrive, because they said that they had ordered pizzas for induction for all the trainees, but it was taking so long. I was like, you know what, at this point I might as well just leave. Basically we were done with induction of day 1 by 12:30 p.m. Did nothing after that because I was exhausted. I woke up quite early. I think my body's still getting used to after all the crazy madness chaos from India. Good kind of crazy and good kind of madness. But today is day 2. I am almost ready. Also, like any good Indian girl, I have oiled my hair today. Need some TLC for my hair, so the best way to deal with oiled hair is to make it into a nice neat bun. Also, we have breakaway training, so they've asked us to wear, you know, kind of comfortable clothes. So I think this is the best fit that I could find. Ready to go to work. Let's go pack my bag and then off to induction we go. This is probably the earliest I have left for work. It's 7:10 a.m. and it's freaking raining. So gloomy. The sun is not properly out. Like you guys can see, I'm going to turn the camera around right now. Well, the joys of living a bit further away from the trust. It's an absolutely freaking windy day. Umbrella is falling apart. this is where Ren's coffee shop is. Spent the entire morning over here. Now we're off to Borough to grab something to eat. It's quite an interesting few days. I have literally just been attending induction. Today is day 3 of induction. And yeah, first weekend in London since being back from India. Let's go. It's a bit windy. The thing is, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
I'm a traveling spirit, I've seen many shores, from the West Pacific to the island of 𝗏𝗏𝗏. They treat me like a son anywhere I go.
Good morning. Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back. Today is a Monday. I did not film at all on Saturday and Sunday because I wanted to rest out a bit. But this week is actually when I start out properly in the job. Having said that, I am still at home. I'm not in at work because we still have induction today. So today is day 4 of induction. This is probably the longest induction I've had since starting working in the NHS in 5 years, and I'm not complaining at all. It is almost about to be 12:30 p.m. midday. So the morning half I've just been sitting and doing e-learning. There's no point filming it. What would you do just watching me doing e-learning? Today we have corporate induction starting in the next 5 minutes. So I'm making some tea for myself. I've ordered some lunch, clean eating. I've got some food from 𝗦𝗦 that I've ordered, which should be arriving right in time for my induction. Yeah, I'm going to be having some hot miso soup and listening to corporate induction. I have my periods going on. I don't know if this is TMI for you guys or not. So I'm kind of dressed up in blue sweatshirt and leggings. I don't know if it counts as professional or not, but because I'm attending induction from home, I'm hoping it's going to be fine. Let's set up because we've got 4 hours of corporate induction to go this afternoon. Let's go.